Hello everyone, Fanta here. You're watching FANTAVISION, and today I am discussing how GameStop is making their Power Rewards card even worse and continuing to become a worse company. Now, this was a story that started back in May, and I already made a video about what exactly was going on, but let's go ahead and do a refresh because this is happening now. This is happening this month. So, what is going on? The Power Rewards card is getting downgraded because you are no longer able to get that 10% off used games. They're charging you now $20 a year for the card, and you're getting, the only benefit is that you're getting a $5 monthly reward certificate. And the thing about the certificate is it's not like something that's going to stack over the year and go, oh great, well Fanta gets $60. That's wonderful. You're only spending $20 and you get $60 over the year. That's phenomenal. If it's stacked, I'd agree with you. That'd be great. Like, oh, GameStop's a genius. Good job. I'm not sure how you're helping yourself, but you're helping everyone else. But no, this does not stack. You have to use it the month you get it. And this part doesn't even make any sense. You can't use that $5 reward on used games. According to a couple sources, including Dashy10, same name on Twitter if you want to look him up, you can only use this on new items. Like, why would you do that? I don't understand what GameStop is thinking here. Their main source of revenue is used games. So they're taking the card that incentivizes you to buy used games and they're removing the part that has that incentive at all. There's no reason to buy used games anymore from GameStop. They have all these deals of the day, so there's no reason to go in the store anymore because the deal of the day is only online. And now their card that when I worked at GameStop, sold to a ton of people that were buying used games to buy more used games with this card, now have no reason to. I don't know how they're going to sell this card. I just don't, because there's no benefit to anybody who's the regular GameStop customer or the GameStop customer that GameStop wants you to be. They want you to be a used game buyer. But instead, you are making it to the point where you might as well just buy new games because you're getting that $5 reward certificate and you can't put it towards those used games. What are you doing? Why would you? Every single part of this business is geared towards profit. Am I wrong? And if used games are your highest profit margin item, why would you not then drive customers towards that instead of the new games? When I worked there, whenever you greeted a customer, you figured out what system they were interested in, you walked them towards the used section of whatever console they're interested in. And they had those two prices, and you could easily point to, this is the benefit right here. Look at that, 10% off. This card is only this much money today because you're buying this much in used product. Now what are they going to do? Oh, you're buying all these used games. Too bad, this card is $20. Oh, and by the way, that $5 reward certificate, you better start buying new games because you can't use it on any of these things that you're buying today. Blows my mind. This doesn't make any sense. It's like they're trying to commit suicide. And this originally, back in May, the story was that this was going into beta and that people at some stores were able to choose this option over the regular option. Now they're rolling it out nationwide, and they're going to be forcing everybody to get this instead of their normal card on January 16th. So on January 16th, you have to have this piece of crap card. So anybody that is watching right now that says, I enjoy buying used games, GameStop doesn't care. GameStop doesn't care. They don't care that you are the backbone of their profit, that you are the customer that is keeping their doors open and their lights on. They don't care about you. They haven't listened to you, and I don't think they ever will. And I've talked about how I'm sad that this company's dying, but this is exactly why, and why I just kind of have lost pity for any of them at all. They just don't listen. And when a company doesn't listen, the company dies. And GameStop has constantly plugged their ears to any sort of feedback, to any even employee feedback, and now they've completely destroyed the main thing that brought repeat customers in. They destroyed the rewards program a long time ago when they removed all the physical merchandise you could actually get with your points. And now they're destroying it even further by removing the main thing that drove used game sales from repeat customers. I saw it time and time again. If this person was going to buy a bunch of used games, or if they weren't before, they will with the card. Now they won't. It's just ridiculous. Also, the Elite card, if anybody has the Elite card still, the Elite Pro, if you guys remember what that was, it was kind of a top tier version of the card. Gave you like 20% off, 20% in trading credit, I believe. I don't remember. It's been so long. If you still have that, they are going to cancel it. Corporate is going to cancel it before the card expires. And I'm sure there was some fine print that said they could do that whenever they wanted. I know a lot of people are going to say, Fanta, they can't do that. That's illegal, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure there's some fine print in the 50 pages of legalese that neither of us read when signing up for these cards. God knows what they're doing with our personal information, but I really doubt that they left any room to be sued at this point. And if you sued them, what money would you even be taking? I mean, they're in the hole for like $500 million every single time that there's like some sort of, let's check how much they're making. Nope, they're down 25%. Well, okay, I guess there's another $500 million in the hole. So there you go, guys. It's going to cost more for a card that is in the long run going to hurt GameStop even more than they already have been. And it just doesn't make sense to me. When I read this the first time, it broke my brain, because why would any company do this? Why would they incentivize against the thing that makes them money? Why would they? I mean, that's their profit margin. $5 is their profit margin on new games. Now they're giving you a $5 in-store credit. I know what they're doing. This is what they're trying to do with that $5. They're trying to incentivize people to come to the store every month. They're trying to drive up traffic, because there's no traffic right now in GameStop. You go into any GameStop, it's basically dead. At least that's what I've seen, because there's no reason to shop there. And I've talked about that so many times. So by making this $5 thing not stack and not carry over, they are incentivizing people to come in the store and spend that $5. But I mean, it's $5. That's not enough to buy anything with, really. I mean, you could get some chintzy piece of crap thing at the register, but people are going to want a real thing with that $5. So they think that people are just going to start coming in and spending more money just to use that $5 reward certificate. I'm sure that will work. That'll definitely work. That'll get more people in. It won't get me in. I'll probably just let them expire. And if I do go in, I'm just going to use it on like a magic card pack or something. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense in the long run. If they wanted to up the price to $20 and include this $5 of in-store credit, we'll just call it, that only works towards new items, why not then keep the 10% off? Because that 10% off wasn't really killing their profit margin on used games, just because their profit margin is so high. It sold more of the cards. I mean, there's so many benefits to that discount. And raising the price and removing that is only going to de-incentivize people even getting the card in the first place. GameStop's being stupid again, but are you even surprised at this point? I don't think you are. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below what you think about all these new changes and the fact that it's happening. It's going to be rolled out January 16th. And as always, have a fantastic day. Today I'm drinking Bullet Bourbon, which is a very popular bourbon that I had not had until, well, now. And I have a whiskey stone in it. That's a bullet. So I have a bullet in my bullet. So that's pretty neat. I'm sure everybody just unsubscribed for that one. I'm a punny guy. I like stupid crap like this, you know? Makes me happy. So I don't know. There's one thing about this story that I'm not sure about, because Dashy didn't know, and his corporate contacts didn't know, which is surprising that anybody has corporate contacts anymore, because they've got Thanos snapped. They don't know if your current PowerUp Rewards Pro card is just going to be turned into this sort of thing, because I feel like at some point they're going to have to flip that switch, even if there are some people left with the regular 10% discount. I guarantee that there will be people left out in the rain, maybe me, maybe everybody on January 16th. Their card might just turn into this new abysmal one. Now, I personally didn't use that discount, so honestly, this doesn't really affect me a whole lot. I don't buy used games there. I'm probably the worst customer for GameStop. I don't remember the last thing I bought there, and the only time I ever buy anything there is if I've got trade-in credit because I'm taking advantage of some sort of deal, and then I buy Steam cards. Like, I'm sure they get a little bit of money from that, but that's not going to keep them open. Buying Steam cards is not going to keep them open at all. Buying even new games isn't going to keep them open. They need people buying those stupid pop figures, the whatever crap merchandise they have in that week, the backpacks, t-shirts, bobbleheads, keychains, just all of that dumb stuff next to the register. They need people buying that sort of stuff. And I'm not doing that. I don't know anybody who's doing that. I do occasionally have people tell me, oh, Fant, I collect pop figures. And that's fine. But if you buy the occasional pop figure, you're also not keeping them open. So the fact that they're even appealing to me as a customer, they're screwing themselves over. I'm the worst customer they could appeal to. I am not keeping that store open. There's very few things I've bought. I mean, I think the last thing I bought was actually Enter the Gungeon. And that's because it was a deal of the day, which again, doesn't support brick and mortar stores. It's an online only sale that I got it for. So these deals of the day are even screwing over the people that are working in stores. It's just so baffling, all these terrible business decisions that they're making. I don't know what they're thinking.